you to take this very serious and check the Google Classroom so that we are going to share notes, and that's where we are going to get activity that we are going to do over the weekend. I'm very grateful for this turn up. I would like to ask Rebecca to lead us. Rebecca K, unmute and pray. Rebecca K.
Yes.
Yes, please pray for us as we start this class.
I pray.
Yes, please.
Let us stand together. Our Father in heaven, thank you for today. Please put your mighty hand on us, bless us, give us the knowledge to understand this lesson, protect us. In Jesus' name we have prayed, amen.
Thank you very much, Rebecca, for that wonderful prayer. Okay. So, last week, we looked at the East African community. And in the East African community, we looked at the collapse to read. At the end of the slide, I get now. Trina.
Yes, teacher.
Unmute. Trina.
Yes, teacher.
Trina, please, can you tell me those two areas I told you to read at the
Pardon? I can't get your network. Teacher, your network.
Tell us what I told you to read. Tell us what I told you to read.
So what did you tell? What did you tell me?
What was the last slide you said? Get well. Yes.
The last topic.
No.
Living.
I can get you well.
Yes.
Okay. I said what was our last information in the slide? The last information that you are supposed to read.
Teacher, from what I saw.
Trina is not able. Trina is not able. Let me get another part.
Teacher.
Trina to give us what we learned, but she went off. Shalom, Chitibwa. Shalom, Chitibwa. Please unmute. Shalom.
Yes, teacher.
Shalom.
Yes, please, teacher.
What were you supposed to read further readings after our lesson? Give me those two subtopics. Sorry, Shalom.
I can't hear you. The network is breaking.
Yes, Shalom. But I can hear you. Oh, we can't hear you. Everyone is saying they can't hear me. Okay, so let's get to our lesson. I don't know what's happening today.
The network is not okay.
Network is not okay. The network is not okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Yes, Eric,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear you.
Okay.
I don't know if
Okay, so
that's your
we look at
background.
the revival of the East African community. The revival of the East African community. The word revival means to start again. The word revival means to start it, and we gave reasons for the collapse of the East African community. So in today's subtopic, we are going to look at the revival of the East African community. I emphasized this and said the word revival means to start it again. To revive means to start it again. So the lesson hints for this lesson are the idea to revive or to reinstate or to begin it again was started in 1994. In this year, many treaties or assignments, agreements were signed. Agreements, these are the way or the terms and conditions that were supposed to be agreed as something is started. For example, when you buy a plot of land, there is always an agreement that is signed between a buyer and a seller to show that the plot of land has been bought. So even when they were starting this East African community again, when they were reviving it again, many treaties, I said treaties means agreements, many agreements were signed, and one of them was called the Tripartite Treaty, was signed on 30th of November 1999 at Amir Abed Memorial Stadium in Arusha, Tanzania. So class, these are points to take note in our lesson. I'm going to highlight these areas. Number one, the name of the agreement or the treaty that reinstated, that revived the East African community. That agreement, that treaty was called the Tripartite Treaty. Okay. Another thing to note is the time or the period. 30th November 1999. Okay, these are key areas for you to remember in history. In our SST, period of time is very important. The place, the Amir Abed is the name of who? A person, is the name of one of those leaders in Tanzania. And now the stadium is, so this is the name of the stadium, Amir Abed Memorial Stadium in Arusha, Tanzania. So those are the key points that you have to master and internalize as regards to the revival of the East African community. Let's move forward. The leaders who signed the tripartite agreement. I told you that a treaty can also be called agreement. The tripartite agreement was signed by the following leaders. This is His Excellency, the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The next one was Daniel Arap Moi. He was then the President of Kenya. And then the other one was Benjamin Mkapa, who was then the President of Tanzania. So these are the three presidents who agreed through the tripartite agreement to revive the East African community.
Yes, Solomon, are you sharing the screen or not yet?
Yes, I'm sharing it.
No, we can't see.
Oh, you can't see. Oh no, I'm sharing it.
Maybe you reshare and see.
Okay.
You can see now.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, my admin, for that. It would be really, I would be moving not okay. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Yes.
I think your network
So
is
because I
too.
think the screen was not showing, I want to begin and emphasize this. Real estate, remote. Oh no, you can't hear me.
You're breaking.
The agreement, I was trying to bring in the agreement.
Yeah, so
Hello, how is it now? I think
okay, we
my
can hear.
network today is very, very poor. I don't know the reason why, but during the meeting it was very okay.
Can we
Wow,
share
wow,
and
wow.
we see?
Let me share again and we see. Okay, how is it there?
It's okay.
Okay, so I was trying to emphasize the spelling of the word tripartite. I want you to take note of that word in your book. Write it somewhere. Tripartite Treaty. It was signed on 30th of November 1999, and the place is Amir Abed Memorial Stadium in Arusha, Tanzania. So that's why I have circled those particular areas. So that you can take note of those areas. We looked at the leaders. We looked at the leaders of that time, the leaders who signed the tripartite agreement to revive the East African community. For Uganda, we have His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and then we have got Daniel Arap Moi. By then, he was a president of Kenya in 1999. Then we have Benjamin Mkapa, was also the president of Tanzania in that time when the agreement was signed. So take note of the presidents who revived the East African community after it is collapsed. Remember the presidents who started the East African community. We looked at those presidents in our previous lesson. Now these are the presidents who have revived, okay? Take note of that so that you don't mix them up. The revived East African community was officially launched now on 15th of January 2001 with its headquarters at Arusha in Tanzania. Take note, the time of the agreement is not the time of the official launch. I repeat, the time of the agreement is not the time of the signing of the tripartite agreement was not the time for official launch. So if they ask you, when was the East African community revived? The East African community was revived on 30th November 99. But the functions, the activities, all the programs began after the launch of the treaty. So on 1st July 2017, we have Rwanda and Burundi joining. Okay, they joined the East African community. They joined the East African community after signing the East African Community Charter. Take note of that. Okay, that is where I needed you to. I've got some people who have put up their hands here. Let me first hear one. I know this must be network. We can't hear you, but it is important we hear from them first. Samuel? Yes, Samuel. Caleb? 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 Can you hear me, Caleb? I think Caleb forgot his hand up. Samuel? Hello, Samuel.
I can't hear you.
Even up to now.
And now I can hear you.
Thank you so much, Samuel. Thank you. I'm sure that must have been the previous network interruption that I had before. Okay, so let's continue. If now everyone is able to hear me. So we are looking at the two members joining the East African community. They have joined on the 1st of July 2000, the agreement by signing a charter. So let us continue and see the events that have taken place. The heads of states of Rwanda and Burundi at time where we have got Paul Kagame. This is for Rwanda. I want to put here the arrow so that we can be able to know, so that we don't mix up these presidents. And then we have got, by then, Pierre Nkurunziza was the president of Burundi. So if they ask you to name the heads of state during the signing of the East African Charter between Rwanda and Burundi, don't put the one for Rwanda now. It is the one the one for Burundi now, because this is already late. Pierre has rested in peace. So we have got Paul Kagame, who is now still the current president of Rwanda, and then let Pierre Nkurunziza. Okay, so on 2nd of March 2016, South Sudan also joined the East African community. Now making how many members? 6. There are underway programs that are making the Democratic Republic of Congo to join the community. And the initial stages of joining the East African community has already been started by Democratic Congo. Is in this community. The first is into the market of goods and services. Why do we say goods and services? We have some of the services that are also sold to other countries. I remember the security service of Uganda is being sold to Somalia. The peacekeeping forces of Uganda are in Tanzania.
Your network is still unstable. Hello.
I was emphasizing this point of services. We sell security services in Uganda. We have our forces keeping peace in Somalia. It is not for free. The government earns revenue from Somalia through the sales of our security service. We also have goods. Of recent,
Can you
you
share
must
the
have
screen?
heard how. Okay, let me reshare it again. Of recent, we had the selling of sugar cane to Kenya. So that widens the market of our sugar beyond Uganda. We have got right now maize. Maize corn is coming from Tanzania. That has widened the market of Tanzania, and they are able to reach out to Uganda with maize corn, and we are able to buy. Another one is to create a common tax, or now as we talk right now, if you clear from, let's say, Dar es Salaam, if you clear your goods that are coming from outside Dar es Salaam, when you reach to Namanga, between Kenya and Tanzania, they don't ask you for tax. You have paid once Dar es Salaam, so when you reach to Namanga, you just pass with your following your receipts. They even have now electronic receipt. You don't have to carry a paper like this one.
Yes, man. Okay, I think the teacher's network is not good on his side.
And there is nothing much I
Just all,
can
man.
do.
Hello.
Not stable at all. I'm back. Yes.
Okay.
I
Yes.
said to promote regional. Yes, please.
It's okay. You can continue. Just all, man.
Yes, Derek. Eric. Yes, Eric.
Yes, you're back.
Hear me.
You're back, but the network is terrible.
My dear. Today I don't know. The afternoon has been good.
Can't
for
you
me.
try to?
It's
What are
really
you
bad.
using?
Wow. So class, I was trying to explain about what regional trade is in the best state for community. And I gave you example. I'm using a router.
Okay.
Yes, Eric.
It's okay. You're breaking. But it's okay.
Yes, Eric.
I was saying, like your network was
Hello.
breaking.
Yes.
Your router is breaking. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Yes, please.
You are trying to suggest that I change location.
No.
But the screen is shared.
No, you reshare again. They had gone off.
Oh no. I'm really feeling very bad for my students. Now, when the lesson is flowing and it breaks and breaks and breaks, you even lose interest. I'm really sorry, my students. Yes. So we were trying to look at regional trade, and that is the trade between the member states of the country. We can be trading with Kenya, we can be trading with Tanzania, we can be trading with Rwanda and Burundi. Now we can be trading with South Sudan, and sooner or later, we will be trading with the Democratic Republic of Congo. So to revive and promote the departments of the former East African community. You remember the departments like the East African Aviation, remember departments like the East African Examination and other departments, the East African Railways. All of such departments would be promoted. Then to promote regional cooperation between the member states, to allow free movement of people and borders, and fight control and fight smuggling. Smuggling is illegal, unlawful entry of a country. My friend, find illegal importation and exportation of goods, and that was perfect. So also to improve the people's lives by creating jobs. When we create jobs for people, automatically they are of East African community. And colors represent different countries, okay?
Thank you. Broken off. Just hold on.
Eric,
Yes, please.
did you get that presentation?
Oh, no. The presentation is in our Google class.
Is there?
Eric, pick the presentation from the Google Classroom and have it at hand.
I have it.
Okay. Why don't you share for him, because it seems he's in a poor network area.
Okay. Let me do that.
So today our network has really done us bad.
Solomon, let them share for you.
Okay, that will solve a problem. We will be very grateful.
I'm trying to see if there is anyone who has a video on and I switch it off.
All of them are okay. Thank you very much, Eric. Wow, you are the best. Let's go to the map. Let's go to our map. Okay, thank you. Put it there. Okay. So, class, technology is really doing us bad. But we have also got experts. Teacher Eric has made it possible. Let's continue.
Eric,
Yes.
try to zoom in a little bit bigger.
So that we can see the countries, the names of the countries. Okay, that is good. Okay, thank you. So class, I would like us to go through that map in details a little. First of all, you should be able to know the time when South Sudan joined the community. You should be able to know the charter that brought Rwanda and Burundi into the East African community. Now, I want us to go into the geographical location. Okay, the geographical location, we have the equator right here. Okay, so that means that Tanzania and Burundi are in the southern hemisphere. Okay, the southern half of the globe. So if they ask you to name the East African community member state that is found in the southern hemisphere, we have got Burundi and we have got Tanzania. These ones are in the southern hemisphere. Okay, when they ask you to name the East African community member state that is found in the northern hemisphere, then you have got South Sudan, we have got Uganda, and we have got Kenya. These ones are in the southern hemisphere. Okay. Okay, I like this girl is telling his friends in the chat that zoom your screens so that you are able to see the countries well. That's very good. So thank you for that. Thank you for that kind of correction to your members. That's very good. So the screen is poor. Clever, just zoom it and you'll be able to see. So these are the member states of the East African community. Their location, we have seen to the south, the southern hemisphere, we have got Tanzania and Burundi. The northern hemisphere, those are the ones that we have up there. So you should know the period of time when they joined, the year in which they joined the community. Okay. And then the presidents, the heads of states, you should be able to know that in reference to our notes, you should be able to know the heads of states that reinstated the East African community. You should be able to know the heads of states of these current states that joined the East African community. We have got Rwanda and Burundi, and then we have got South Sudan. So you should know the heads of states. I told you in the beginning that the Democratic Republic of Tanzania, the Democratic Republic of Congo is already in preparation to join the East African community. And the reasons, we have seen them there. So let's move on. Let's move to our activity. Yes, Eric? Now, this activity is our assignment. This is our assignment. It's our assignment that is already in the Google class. From number 1A, the reference of a map is very important. As I told you that you should know the location of these countries. You should know where they are located. Which country has got a seaport and which country does not have a seaport. Eric, take us back to the map again. What do we mean by a seaport? Okay. Let us observe this map. All right, thank you very much. The whole of this region here The whole of this area, I mean, you can't see me now. These are what we call the coastal region. This is the coastal region. Therefore, Kenya and Tanzania have got what we call seaports. Okay, thank you very much, Eric. This is the coastal area where you see that red color there. That is our coastal area. So if you are asked to name the countries that do not have a seaport, now these are the countries here that are in here. We have South Sudan, we have Uganda, we have Rwanda, and we have Burundi. All of these countries that you see here, these countries all depend on the seaports from the Kenya and Tanzania. Those countries that they are, thank you very much. All of those countries you see there, they all depend on the seaports from Kenya and Tanzania. So that's why it's very important for these countries to relate with one another. And that's one of the reasons why the East African community was revived. It was revived to allow trade, to allow exchange of goods and services, so that these countries that are not having seaports, the landlocked countries, can benefit from the countries that do not have seaports. Okay? Let me get now to my class so that I can hear them participate. Jacinth, I'm going to start with you. Jacinta? Jacinta, please unmute. I've given you permission. Jacinta?
Yes.
Jacinta?
Yes.
Yes, Jacinta. Can you name for me the East African community states that do not have seaports?
Uganda. South Sudan. Teacher. Uganda.
Yes, please.
Tanzania.
No. Tanzania has a seaport, like we have seen in our red marker there. You saw the red marker, how it was moving. It means Tanzania.
Rwanda. Burundi.
Good girl. So those are the countries that do not have the stations. Agava, unmute. Agava precious, Agava patience first. Then we shall come to precious Gloria. Yes, Agava? Please unmute. Agava? Agava is not talking this time around. What is the problem? Yes, Agava. Unmute, please. Yes. Yes, please. Agava. Agava, can you talk to us? Yes. Name the East African presidents who revived the East African community. Name the East African presidents who revived the East African community.
His Excellency of the Republic.
Yes. Agaba has gone off. Okay.
His Excellency.
Uh-huh.
His Excellency.
Yes. Speak to us. Abe is making a noise now. Abe, you are making a noise. Kato, you are making a noise for us. Okay, let me look at Mark. Mark, please unmute. Yes, Mark.
His Excellency Joy Kaguta Museveni.
Uh-huh.
I'm Julius Nyerere.
No. Mark?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
Give us the presidents again. Give us the presidents again.
Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Yes.
Jomo Kenyatta.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now, Mark.
Dr. Apollo.
Those are the presidents that started the Easter. You have mixed them up. Those who started, you have mixed them up. You have mixed them up. Those who started and those who reviewed. Warren, please, Warren, unmute. Warren, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Kaptulum, yes. Warren.
Yes, teacher.
Name the East African presidents who revived the East African community.
We have His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of Uganda.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have His Excellency Jomo Kenyatta. Then we have His Excellency Julius Nyerere.
Now, those are not the ones who revived. Okay? Let us get back to our slide. Let's get back to our slide. My admin, Eric, take us back to the presidents who revived the community. Take us back to that slide. There. Thank you very much. Now, these are the presidents. Oh, thank you very much, Stefan. Stefan, you are the best. These are the presidents who signed the tripartite agreement. And we said the tripartite agreement revived the East African community. Okay? Three simply means the three. And then party is parties. Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. The three parties was signed between the three countries. Now, these are His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Daniel Arap Moi of Kenya, and then Benjamin Mkapa of Tanzania. These are the presidents who revived, not the ones who started. Remember, it collapsed, and when it collapsed, it stayed for some time, not until 1999, when the idea of reviving it started. And those are the presidents who revived the East African community. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. The members who are giving the answers, I'm amazing. I'm very, the presidents. I want to pick one and thank that person very much. We have got Jesse. Christabel, you are not serious. For you are greeting your friends. I have my friend here who said Stefan Museveni of Uganda. And then I have seen my friend here, Esther Nabasumba, President Museveni, then President Arap Moi. That is amazing. That is the meaning of this chat, especially when the network is not working. Mponimpas, I don't know that name. Mponimpas, thank you very much. You've given us Daniel Arap Moi. That is very good. So please, learners, let us use the chat in a beautiful way. Jacinta Nyerere is among the people who started the East African community and not among the people who revived the East African community. So there's a difference there between reviving and starting. Okay, fine. Thank you very much, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse. I was trying to look for you and ask you another question, but now you have given this question and you've given the answer correctly. Daniel Arap Moi, Benjamin Mukapa, and Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. But I'm going to give you another question so that we can hear from you. Thank you very much. Allow me get back to the group again, to the participants, and choose one who can make us go through another part of our lesson now. We have here, unmute Mayen, Wayen Pien. Unmute, please. Yes, Wayen. Are you there? I think no, it's not on. Princess Fahima, thank you very much. I want to get now Stephen Juko gave us the answer. Yes, Solomon is here. Solomon, please unmute. Solomon, please unmute. Solomon?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you very much, Solomon. Name the newest member of the revived East African community. The newest member state of the revived East African community.
South Sudan.
You are the best, Solomon, the king, the prince, the king of peace. Thank you very much, Prince of Peace. South Sudan is the newest member state, of the revived East African community. Okay? Thank you. Aber, your turn. Aber, please unmute. Yes, Aber. Aber is not, Princess Fahima says South Sudan, thank you. Aber, you are not listening. We are going to give this opportunity to another person. We are going to give this opportunity to another person. Let me look at another one. Lauren Mbisi. Lauren, can you unmute?
Yes.
Good girl. Your question is, how does South Sudan benefit from being a member of the East African community?
It transferred its goods.
Through the
country.
Through
East African community.
Well tried. How does South Sudan benefit from being a member of the East African community? Hillary, thank you very much, Mark. You're the best. I will not say your answer because Hillary will say it. Yes, Hillary. Yes, Hillary. Yes, Hillary. Hillary today, maybe my network is not able to. Yes, Hillary, can you talk to us? No. Today, Hillary is not. Okay, let's get to our team. Amani, Gabi, and Abdallah. Amani, Gabi, and Abdallah. Are we there?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Now I'm going to get 3 answers from you. How does South Sudan benefit from being a member of the revived East African community?
South Sudan uses Kenya's seaports.
South Sudan uses Kenya's
seaports.
That is who, Imani or Gabi?
It's Budala.
Budala.
Now Gabi.
Yes, teacher.
How can South Sudan benefit from being a member of the East African community? You people, you are wasting time. Now I'm going to give another team. Techno Spark 7. The problem I can, yes.
Teacher.
Okay.
Repeat, may please repeat the question. May I please repeat the question?
How can South Sudan benefit from being a member of the East African community?
It looks like South Sudan gets. Okay, teacher, we don't know.
We don't know that.
Ask me, teacher, now.
Ask another question.
You don't know. Now we are going to leave you because you people, you don't know. Okay, let us get to Kabuye. Kabuye is seriously here. Kabuye, where are you? Kabuye. Kabuye Joe Samuel. Kabuye, are you there?
Yes.
Kabuye. Kabuye Samuel, yes. Kabuye Samuel.
To promote regional trade.
How does South Sudan benefit from being a member?
It promotes regional.
How does South Sudan benefit from that regional trade?
It promotes regional trade.
You are giving the importance of the East African community. How does it benefit? So you start your sentence by saying, South Sudan, blah, 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 blah. South Sudan, blah, 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 blah. Like my friend here is writing, this is amazing. Let me first get to this chat and then we share this chat. Yes, now tell us. South Sudan,
South Sudan
Can promote its
can promote its regional trade.
South Sudan can. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. When we are answering such questions, boys and girls, we have to look at our language. And that is the reason why most times we are not able to perform very well because we don't use the right language. Okay, I would like to ask my co-teacher to take me to the importance of benefits of the East African community. Please, let's get to benefits of the East African community. I want to check on our language. Put it up again. No, down a little. Down a little. Yes, right there. So, my learners, let us look at these points and we create sense out of them so that when a question is asked, we are able to get it right. Eric, first wait. Eric, stop chatting. I'm going to give you the chance. Desmond, let's first stop it. Andrea, Stop it. Thank you. Okay. So when you look at this, Manzi, let's first stop it. Manzi, Jabez, stop that. Let's first pay attention here. Okay. When you look at the question, like the answer like this one, to create a wider market for goods and services. Now, these are the reasons why the East African community was created. Now, when we say, how does South Sudan benefit from being a member? South Sudan widens its market for goods and services. Okay? South Sudan enjoys the benefits of regional trade. Okay? South Sudan South Sudanese get jobs from the East African community. South Sudan goods and services across the borders. Okay? South Sudan enjoys regional cooperation between the member states. So that is how you can use language to fit in the question. Okay? Benefits that the country gets is good from the reasons for the revival of the East African community. So, my learners, let us learn to use our language well. How does a country benefit? Start your sentence with, start your question with, boys and girls, our time is not with us, but we have known how to answer those questions, and our questions are right there on Google Classroom. When we meet, I want you to revise. Please, Eric, take me back, take me down to the next slide, the last slide. Yes, Eric, take me to the last slide. Those are the member states. That's the activity. Okay, go through the organs of the East African community. Okay, after that, go through that. It's there in your work. I will want questions from you when we meet next week. Okay, I would like to have, stop it there. So these are the areas. Leave it there. Further reading. It's not clear. I can't see it. It is dusty. The sharing is not clear to me. Try to make it a little bit, I don't know. Okay, so these are the areas I want you to revise. I will be waiting to hear from you, class. First of all, you are going to tell me the organs of the East African community, the Secretariat, the East African Assembly, all that you are going to tell me. But then I would like you to go ahead and revise these 3 areas that we have here. Okay? That is where we are going to start from next week. Also, next week, we are going to have, I think, 2 lessons of SST, and we shall be having RE as it is in our time. I encourage you to revise. I encourage you to answer your assignments so that I can be able to mark them and give you the feedback. Today's network has not been good, but we want to thank God that at least we have managed at the last minutes of our presentation. It has stabilized, so you are able to carry on with your activity, do the reading, and then when we meet, I want you to ask me questions about Secretariat, the East African Assembly, and other things. Thank you very much for listening. I take you back to my admin, Eric. Teacher Eric, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Otim Solomon, for the lesson. And thank you, learners, for attending. The network disturbed us, but you've turned up in good numbers. However, the notes are there on the Google Classroom. Make sure that you go get the notes and copy. It makes sense when the teacher, when you copy down the notes, you'll be able to understand further. Then do the assignment and everything is in the classroom, in the Google Classroom. Those ones who are not yet there, make sure that you go there. I'm posting a link again. The good thing, majority of us are on Classroom. Maybe the other challenge most of you are facing is the handing in. So I'm going to paste here a simple video that is going to help you to hand in your assignments. So you can follow it. Those who can download, you can download it. Then in your free time, you revisit it, you re-watch it until you're okay with handing in that work, handing in the assignments on the Google Classroom. So let me just copy the link here. People have already started chatting, and
Please stop chatting. The link is going to disappear.
Okay.
Cambridge is already saying bye without seeing the link for Google Classroom. Cambridge, get back and see this. It's good for you, Jordan.
I know majority are there. That's why maybe they are leaving.
Yes.
There
are very few now who are not in the Google Classroom.
But that is the code. Let me also send there it's a brief video that you can watch in your free time, such that you get more familiar with Google Classroom. I'm also going to put it in your group, in your WhatsApp group. Those who are there, I know most of you are there, so you can also go there and watch the video. Otherwise,
Jacinta says, I haven't seen the code.
It's going to come shortly. You want also the code for the classroom? Yes. But usually the last on the link, the last code after equals, that last part is usually the code.
Yes.
So if you get that last bit of that link, it has the code. Let me just edit it out here and post it for you. That is the code. I've just pasted it there in your chat. Otherwise, I don't know if we can watch that video once more. Our time is up.
Our time is up.
I'm going to post it in the group. Make sure that you sign up, you check that link and watch it. Otherwise, that is it from me, Teacher Solomon. You can end the class.
Thank you very much, and bye to everyone. We are very grateful and happy to have you. You can now unmute and tell us bye. Thank you very much.
Teacher.
Bye. Thank you for teaching us.